So I've got this friend Yankel, and I say, Yankel, I've got my son, as you know, he's not married, it's time for him to find a wife. I'm kind of busy, he's kind of busy. Neither of us are really going to get to it. I've got a couple of big things coming up this week. Would you mind going? Just go and find a wife for him. It's fine, I trust your judgment. He'll meet her under the chuppah. Am I going to win the Parent of the Year award for that kind of behavior? Why am I not finding a wife? Why is my son not finding a wife? And why on what basis am I picking Yankel to find the wife? Nevertheless, despite the seemingly outrageous nature of this situation, this is what we find in our Sidra with Avraham and Eliezer. Avraham calls over Eliezer, or the Torah doesn't actually clearly, explicitly identify him as Eliezer. It speaks about Avraham's most trusted servant. But the sages say Eli. Avram calls him over. He says, listen, Eliezer, I can't go and find the wife. Presumably there were maybe constraints of age, or Avram didn't want to leave Israel again. Yitzchak can't go find a wife. Just say that's also because Yitzchak can't leave Israel. Please, won't you go find a wife for Yitzchak? Set the whole thing up. Now, have you ever heard the expression, I trust him with my life, but I wouldn't trust him with my money? Maybe that's the kind. What kind of person would you get to decide not only your son's future, but remember, since this is Avraham and Yitzchak we're speaking about, this is the future of the entire Jewish people. On what basis are you giving it to him? Keep that thought in mind while I want to show you the first pasuk that speaks about Eliezer departing on this mission. This is in chapter 24, verse 10. Vayikach ha'eved 10 gmalim migmalei adonav. Vayelech v'chol tuv adonav bi'ado. V'Yaakov v'yelech el Aram Naharaim el Ir Nachor. And the servant took 10 camels from his master's camels, and he went. And all of the good things of his master were in his hand. And he got up and he went to Aram Naharaim, to the city of Nachor. And when I read this verse this week, what struck me was that it tells us twice that he left. He got the camels, and he left. And he took the good stuff with him, and he got up and he left. What's the double leaving? You only need to leave a place once. At the beginning of Vayetze, we have Vayetze Yaakov mi Beersheva vayelech Haran. Yaakov leaves Beersheva and he goes to Haran. And Rashi tells us there that there's two elements. When you leave a place, that there's something that you take, something leaves the place with you in a sense. So when a tzaddik leaves, the place is diminished. And then he went. So there was a significance in his leaving, there was a significance in his going. Good. But here it's saying that Eliezer left twice. So the Sephoraner says something wonderful. The first time he left, he says, he was saying goodbye to Avraham. The second time he left, he was actually getting on the camel and going. What happens in between those two leavings? He takes kol tuv adonav biado, all the goodness of his master in his hands. What's all the good? I mean, that means basically, Rashi explains, Foreigner explains, takes a lot of money. Whether it was a check, as Rashi says, whether it was actual gold and silver, jewelry and items, as the Sephoraner says, the idea is that Eliezer is taking very valuable stuff. And he takes it after he said goodbye to Avraham. And within just those few words, I think it is such a beautiful framing of the whole nature of the relationship. That Avraham has a person here who has the key to his safety deposit box. And Eliezer says to Avraham, all right, I'm loading up the camels, I'm going on the mission, I'll see you. Avraham says, cheers, bye. And Eliezer goes to the safety deposit box and gets out all the money. This is not a situation where Avraham says, I want you to find a wife for Yitzchak, but I don't really trust you implicitly when it comes to matters of business. No. These two were exactly on the same page, exactly in sync. In fact, my proposal is that Avraham saw Eliezer and Eliezer saw himself. It's like Avraham's third arm. It's not as a separate person. It's not somebody with his own agenda and own motivations. But this is somebody who was completely devoted to Avraham and his mission. He was, in every sense, to the extent that a person can be, Avraham's proxy. And so what Avraham was doing was, Avraham was saying, I want to go, but I can't go. But when you go, it's like I go. And Eliezer says, yes, goodbye. He goes and he takes all the money because he has autonomy, because he gets it. He is Avraham. When he prays a little bit later, Hashem Elokei Adoni Avraham, Hashem, the God of my master Avraham. Why doesn't he say his own God? Because he is not acting here as a separate person, as Eliezer. He is acting as Avraham's proxy. And that is set as the framing for the story, and it no longer seems so strange. Avram is finding a wife for Yitzchak through Eliezer. Shabbat shalom.